Oh, they sleep, huh? Let's wake them up. King shit. Had my back against that wall. Tripped a couple times, but I ain't fall. Had to walk through wall like I should. I ain't giving up, this pressure feeling good. Ever since I can't remember, I've been young OG. Face them consequences like a fucking G. Look now, I teach them lessons that was else for me.
Growing up in Queens, cause what part of Queens you from?
Richmond Hill.
Richmond Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Well, let me. All right. At 4, I lived in Southside. From 4 to like 20s, Richmond Hill.
Okay. So Southside don't count then, right?
Nah, Southside count. That's Queens, you heard? That's big Queens, you heard? That count always, you heard? Yeah.
SPD, Bud Talk, Prezo in the building.
Peace, what's the word?
DJ Don Mega XL, Unique Conversation.
Buzz Money in the background. What's going on?
What's the word, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Welcome.
We following your music. We following your Instagram.
Thank you.
You got 10,000 tongues, right? That's gospel, right?
Shit. Yeah.
But what make you pick that?
It's time of my life. It spoke to me. The song that you talking about, you referencing, it's King, the latest song. It just came out. King was pretty much done at a time of my life where it was a turning point.
The turning point.
Yeah, it was a turning point. So it's basically, King is a statue of standing in your greatness.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So she was just talking. She was like, if I had 1,000 tongues, and I'm like, oh, hold on. She
hit it.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, yeah. I'm like, all right, this talking to me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yo, because I was like, also you got videos from like 7 years back, 10 years back. You was rhyming when you was young. Well,
yeah, sure.
You're still young.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know, because you see my grades.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was hitting, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, it might sound personal.
Mm-hmm.
What made you have that gap from then, like some gaps I would see?
Fatherhood.
Okay.
Fatherhood. I had my daughter at 21.
Okay.
So, as much as I wanted to do the music step on that, I'm like, you got more important stuff at the time that you got to take care of, and
I respect you for that.
Appreciate you.
We respect
like that.
Yeah. So I had to grow up fast. Like, I ain't trying to brag or nothing, but I was out there in the street doing what I wasn't supposed to do. And then you got a life. Nah, you got to live more. There's more to live for. Bro. So I had to take that time out. Of course, the fans was like, yo, what's up? When you dropping music, we want something more. I'm like, I understand, but I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
God
so that's
bless you for that.
Appreciate
that's the righteous thing you did. Any parent, man, woman does that, that's proper.
It's crazy because certain individuals probably at that age want to take that music situation first instead of the kid.
Yeah.
And there's no money out of it right away.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, the grinding stage. And if you don't got financial backing and you got to work, but you got that mouth to feed, that changed the game.
Yeah, sure.
I definitely respect that. So now, I guess the baby is big now, right?
Yeah, she 11.
Okay.
She 11.
You got more time to yourself?
Yeah. I wouldn't say. Nah. Nah, it's just now she's seeing the grind. I'm still putting in the work. Just to show her like, yo, even no matter what, like adversity, whatever come at you, keep going. Don't matter what it is. I gotta lead by example. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, that's real tight. But I'm still trying to figure out how you picked that song, man. Because that was like some spiritual Dipset joint. Like, what make you go that route? You know what I mean? Like, you handled it right. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I was listening to the song, I'm just saying, like, as an older person, I was saying to myself, let me see if he cursed or is he gonna curse. And the joints you was pulling, I was like, he captivated me. You know what I'm saying? He definitely will captivate the audience because I got a listener's ear. So that was a proper thing you did.
Thank you.
But real estate. So any add-ons?
Yeah. So growing up in Queens, cause what part of Queens you from?
Richmond Hill.
Richmond Hill.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, let me. All right. At 4, I lived in Southside. From 4 to like 20s, Richmond Hill.
Okay.
So Southside don't count then, right?
Nah, Southside count. That's Queens, you heard? That's big Queens, you heard? That count always, you heard?
But, Richmond, believe it or not, all that place is musically diverse. Richmond Hill is diverse. People just think it's Little Guyana.
That's a fact.
Stuff like that. But it's like
South Ozone Park.
Yeah, South Ozone Park. Yeah. You got Spanish, you got black.
So he try to clean it up.
You got Spanish, you got black, you got white. It's mixed.
It's a mixture.
It's a mixture.
Okay. So you did music. You had to tone it down because you became a parent. What's the changes you see now from when you was doing it before till now you're getting back into the game?
I'm understanding the business aspect of it more. Before it was just like how everybody say, making music, throw it all out. But all right, cool. What happens after that?
Right. Yeah. You got a generation behind.
You need a foundation to build upon. You get what I'm saying? So it's just throwing the music out and then hopefully something to grab, but you still got to tend to that business at some point or another.
Right. Everything ain't just put it out there. Nothing comes behind that. There's work behind it, pretty much. Different departments behind it. The like somebody got to handle your marketing.
Absolutely.
You can do everything yourself, but it's not gonna work.
It's gonna be mentally draining.
Because you gotta have your merch together. You gotta get your interviews. You gotta be outside. People want to know who you are.
Yes, sir.
So there's a lot of content creating with this game right now. So I don't think a lot of the youth. Some know about it and some don't. And I feel like from back in the day, a lot of people lost stuff from not knowing about it. Because we've been involved in the business, like the music game, and not knowing how it all works behind the scene to collect royalties and stuff like that.
Mechanical rights, likeness or image, intellectual property.
Right. You gave a bar away and you could have ate on that one song. It's crazy. But all right.
Yeah, but I'm not trying. All right, I know. I watched the video.
Yeah.
All right, I'm a Beamer man. I see you like Beamer too.
Yeah.
What's so special about that? A Beamer. I know it's off topic, but I know what I've seen with you with.
Yeah, that good with 5.
How it feel?
That was good. It was
okay, I just making sure.
It was love. I ain't even gonna lie. That was love.
You like old school or new school? Or old school?
As far as what, cars?
Yeah.
Don't matter to me.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
I know, we had to keep it clean. I didn't want to say nothing else.
Yeah.
Old school or new school, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
With the music, old school for sure.
Old school music?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Cause that's what I grew up on.
Okay. I was about to say who you grew up on.
Yeah, my pops was a musician.
Word?
Yeah, yes sir. So he was he played the saxophone, the flute, piano. So going around, I had just nothing. Anita Baker, Luther Vandross. Then I had NSYNC, Drew Hill. I was all over the place. So that tapped me in. The moment that I knew I could actually this is real. My cousin ate Hannibal Stax. He was with Gangstar and DJ Premier. So once I seen him on BET, I'm like, oh nah, this is real.
Yeah.
I can do this. All right, cool.
I think Gangstar and them used to be at a studio in Richmond Hill, right? By Atlantic Avenue, so was it
By Atlantic, nah. I
what
think
was his? I know it's Richmond Hill.
yeah, if you
Studio.
it was a studio. Then that was RP Prodigy. Prodigy had a studio on Atlantic and 104.
Yeah, that's where the studio.
Yeah,
was.
that was Prodigy joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Louis Peso too.
Okay. That name Peso, there's a lot of Peso.
Yeah.
Word.
Right? That's like
Like
a
Peso, then you had the one that just passed away, RP. What's his name? Say-so Peso? The dude that just died.
What's the?
I think you're talking about Houston. Was he from Houston?
Yeah.
Right? You gotta say his name,
I think I
right?
seen something about that.
Something like that.
SOP.
Sauce
Yeah,
Walker.
Sauce Walker. Yeah, both of them.
That's where I was going
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, Sauce Walker. Shit. What you call him? R.I.P. Columbia. What's the guard name? He died Friday.
Young Scooter.
Young Scooter.
Scooter, he really from South Carolina.
See, we didn't even know that.
Yep.
It's too many artists just either going to jail or dying. Like I never seen
Violently,
a rate
violently.
so
I'm
fast.
starting to think it's
It's
just
sad, man.
a game they playing. Like I think, like hip hop, it was something to like express yourself from the streets in the beginning. But like I'm starting to think hip hop is like one of the
It's
worst
like-
things that happened to the black community for real. That shit like it's own form of Jim Crow amongst itself. Like we not really looking at it like that, but like hip hop really fucked up like the black community.
That's a fact.
It's our handicap, like a black handicap. We
Yeah.
getting $1 and we buying guns.
Yeah.
We getting $1, we buying drugs. We buying car. We buying jewelry. We not buying property and open up no institution for us to learn.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
The percentage is very low with that.
Yeah.
There is probably one or two that's doing it, but it ain't enough.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I definitely believe that too. It's not broadened as it should be.
Right. And then you still have, older artists promoting what it is. That's why I say it's a different world. You got the street world, then you got the regular artist world. It's two different things going on.
Yeah. But you don't hear the rock and roll people dealing with what we dealing with. Ain't nobody shot Bon Jovi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God forbid we don't want nobody to get shot. But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? You don't hear Britney Spears got tied up in a RICO. You know, they
locking 12 of them up and
Yeah, for sure.
and all these people. You know, we don't want nothing to happen to them.
but they do get locked up in a different way though.
The different news. They report the news for us. If we stole a donut, somebody stuck up Dunkin' Donuts. Them two, they had donated $1,000, even though they had to pay $1,000 fine to get out of jail. They donated $1,000 to Dunkin' Donuts. You know, they flipped the scenario. You know, so it's crazy. But this is Unique Conversations, SPD Bud Talk, Don Mega XL.
Real estate chef.
Prezo.
Before we tune it out, tell us where we could find your music or your talents.
YouTube, Prezo. Instagram, official Prezo, BME_. Music, Apple Music, Spotify. Tune in.
Title?
Title?
You on title?
Yeah.
Okay.
All platforms.
All platform.
Yeah. Look, oh, they sleep, huh? Let's wake them up. King shit. Had my back against that wall. Tripped a couple times, but I ain't fall. Had to walk through wall like I should. I ain't giving up, this pressure feeling good. Ever since I can remember, I've been young OG. Face them consequences like a fucking G. Look now, I teach them lessons that was else for me. I pray you prosper in your soul I reach. My nigga, word to me. Invest in self, the mission start with you. Get the fear straight in your niggas too. I'm screaming peace, but I'm still snakes lurking in that grass, you nigga watch your moves. Don't get caught up with them bitches, hoes lurking too. Watch your circle ones closest to put you in the dirt. Ain't no beef, just reactions cause they feelin' hurt. Protect my energy, my aura God level, whoa. Turn into that demon and the devil, whoa. Keep my foot down on that pedal, I'm tryna win. I'm no saint, some my wins came with sins. Play my role, held control, now shit like a star. I'm a king, I'm a god, shit I beat they odds. My home is throne, I'm standing strong if I'm all alone. Fought through the mud and walked out your idol. King. If that's the self-dimension, start with you. Give the fifth straight in your niggas too.
Fire.
Real rap.
Sound Park Digital.